Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. This is MC Dubbz, bringing you another episode of Minecraft on the Endure server. How's it going, everybody? I hope you all had a nice weekend. Today is Monday, the 17th of June, 2013. And I just want to start out this episode by thanking everybody. Thank you, thank you for all of your comments and support from episode 1. It was a good experience, first recording, and so it's given me a lot of confidence to have some fun. As I mentioned in the last episode, got some great ideas. And actually, in one of the comments, someone had mentioned, let's put a back porch here. I was thinking the same thing when I read it. This looks just unfinished. So I think what we're going to do today is we're going to add a back porch. I'm thinking of starting the entryway here, although we might change it to between the windows. Although it is raised the level, so it would be up here, which I'm not so sure about. We'll see. We have all day. We'll have some fun. And I'm also going to put in a loft. What I want to do is I think we're going to build a cupola up through the top. So if we put our bed up in the loft here, the cupola will have windows on this side and this side so that we can look out, and we'll have to redesign the roof a little bit, but so we can look out through the windows once we respawn, which I hope doesn't have to happen too often, but if we're gonna have some fun like I'm planning, then we're gonna have to respawn every once in a while. So anyways, I spent the morning gathering some resources. We've got plenty of wood, and I'm just gonna be putzing around here, building, and I'll keep recording. I do apologize for the lack of building on the last episode. Because of a lot of my frame rate issues, I decided that it was best to just do all the building off camera, and that way, you know, I would stay sane without the lag. And I was having frame rate issues while playing once Fraps was recording, so I figured it was just easy enough for me to do the abracadabra, stop my recording, and start it back up when I was all done. So I like that it's going to be high off the ground because there's so many actual porches in the real world that are, or back decks that are raised off the ground, and I really like that look. We'll play around with, we'll redesign all this later. But do we want to come all the way out? Or are we going to want to stop it here? Yeah, I think if the fence is flush here, that would be nice, although we can always put a half slab below. That's not bad. Look at it from the top, and then we'll, as always, we'll add a few extra details as we go. And we're out. All right. So if anyone from the server is watching and you need some wood, come on over. I'm going to try and keep this chest filled as much as I can. If I head out and play the role of the lumberjack in the mornings, if you need any, just come on over and grab it. I definitely don't mind. All right, let's also make some more. Nah, we might be okay. I tend to whistle all the time, and if I do while I'm recording it, I'm sorry. I whistle while I work, you know? There we go. Not too bad. We got a little rain roof runoff here. And yeah, very simple, but I think if we can get the entryway to this porch just right, this will be really nice, whether we want to come through the dining room here or leave this as glass. We'll see. We'll play around with some ideas. But the sun does rise right over here, so this will be fun. This will be a nice little area. Let's see. All right, I'm going to take a quick break and play with some ideas, and I'll be right back. Welcome back. So I added the door through the glass. I tried switching these glass blocks out to glass panes, and they don't like to meet the door on the sides, it turns out. So that was a bust. I moved the door around, one of these three spots. That seemed to look the best. I think it looks all right. Please let me know what you think in the comments. We can always move it around. And then I toyed with the idea of moving it to this side, but just because of how I have it set up now, I'm okay with things not being symmetrical. But if I were to put the door here, I could have changed. I did change it, and I put a glass pane here, and it just looked funny no matter how I did it. I wasn't happy with it. So this is simple, and it doesn't actually change the inside of the house too much for the most part, unless you're hiding over here and you can see it. So it doesn't really change much on the inside, but it makes a huge difference on the outside. So let's head around back again on the bottom now and sort of fill in the underside. I just wanted to add a quick little update. So I did toy around with some oak leaves here, and I think it looks good. It definitely adds a little bit more than having just the open space. I did try and move the fence posts out towards us 1 block and then down. Did not look good because there was, half a block gap between this half slab and then the fence post when it was here, when it was on above this. Oops. Oh, wonderful. Well, we're just gonna have to put that right there. So yeah, so like I said, I promised we were gonna go work on the inside. So let's do that. So again, what sort of things do people want to see, all you viewers? Because that's why I do this. I do this for you. I love playing, but to be able to play and sort of show off in a way what I'm doing and how much fun we're having, and have a lot of that be dictated by the viewers, that's fun. So let me know what you want to see, and we'll do it. So I had an idea for a loft. The only thing that's going to be up there, I believe, is going to be the bed. That's the plan. So we need enough headspace above, and I definitely don't want to sort of impede our headspace down below. But let's take a peek outside, because there's going to be a cupola above, and, well, sort of a cupola. I guess it's not really a cupola. I'll figure out what it's actually called and I'll let you know. And we're gonna put it right about here. I don't want it right in the middle. I want it offset to the side a little bit, and that'll look great. So if we're shooting for here as the center, we need to know that it's about the 3rd block from the wall. Good, good. Okay, so let's plan. I don't really want to put it here, but let's see what this is like. And I don't want the bed floating. So if we don't put it here, we're going to have to put it a whole block above. That's not bad. And I'm going to recess it back, so this row won't be here. It'll probably start here. And we'll have some fence posts holding it up. Maybe even some iron fence stacked on top of one another because of the color contrast on these pieces of wood. No, that's not bad. I thought it would look a lot worse. So yeah, let's actually do what we're going to do. And we said that the center is going to be about 1, 2, 3. Let's do it 4, so that'll be the peak where the windows are. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about in a few minutes. And then it'll come down like this and down like this. So, boop, that's going to be our center. It'll probably be too wide and then down, so we'll leave this here for now. Ooh, what's it going to do to our windows? That doesn't look terrible. but we can play around with that. Let's get this laid out a little bit. Jeez Louise. All right, now all this brown looks a little weird. Yeah, we want it up against a wall and then sort of suspended from the other, so we can even cut. Do we want to put it up here? So here's what I'm thinking. I want it into a wall and then suspended by these fence posts on the other side. So if we put it into this wall, we sort of cover up half of the window, and then we can hang it from this side, and we don't obstruct this area at all. However, so let's see what that looks like first of all. All right. So something like that. Don't mind that. That's just our marker. So we can do it from this side, and I think that looks okay. Once we redesign the top, I promise it'll look better. It's going to open it up quite a bit, and then it'll even let some light in through the windows. We can maybe recess it one more. I don't know. Trial and error. That's what this game is all about. And if you were to get it right every time on the first try, I don't think it would be that much fun. Actually, it might be a lot of fun. A lot of save time. Yeah, maybe something like that. And if we build this open cupola area and it raises it high enough, then we can even move this up one whole block, and that might look a lot better. So let's get up there. We keep talking about it. Let's just do it. Let's start tearing out the roof. And I will be right back. All right, welcome back. So you can see we finished my pseudo cupola up there. The torches may very well be removed. I was wondering how much light would come in when it was dark out. But it looks pretty good. Some of the lines that are made with the roof, I may, in the future, let me know what you think, bring the main roof line, the main roof ridge right here up one, because right now this smaller one is about, I guess it's a whole block above. So I think we want the main roof line to be higher. But let me know what you think. I think it came out pretty well, and it's symmetrical in the back. It looks exactly the same. All my dirt pillars, look at that. So yeah, we'll take a peek on the inside and see what the loft looks like. There is a ladder that you'll see. Don't judge me. It is not functional. It's there just for looks right there. So you can't actually get up there with that, but I think it looks good because it makes it appear as though that's how we get up. The bed is up there, and you can see there's some light coming in. So yeah, I played with a lot of different ideas, and it's a very unique line to this roof here, to the ceiling. So it made it somewhat tricky to get it just right, because if we moved it up one, then we had no space. So let me know what you think. This is sort of our final product. The bed is accessible, so we won't just spawn there. We can actually sleep if we choose to. As long as there's something around, we can just do a hop, jump, and boom, in. I was going to move it closer to the edge here so that I could just, activate it this way. However, I couldn't get around these pillars, this one right here, to get down. So it has to be tucked way back there. But that's it. Let me know what you think. Definitely open to any suggestions. Yeah, it was fun. Something else that you may have noticed earlier in the video is that someone put down a gravel road. I don't know who did, but I figure they've already started extending it towards our place. So let's finish the job. And why did I throw that? There we go. Beautiful. Now we're part of civilization. So this here is the basement, and I have no idea what to do with it. I was going to do some sort of cobble wall and then maybe cook stone on the bottom there. The bottom level. Well, who knows? But nothing fancy. I don't know what we want to do with it just yet. There are, I'm assuming I'm gonna use it for storage. So if I can make some sort of storage room, probably along the length of it this way. So stacks of chests this way, up and down, up and down, up and down, all the way across. So if we lower this one more level, that way these half slabs aren't a huge problem. And we do something like this. So what we can do is we can fill this in and leave this open, but this usually, there's a shadow that's created. And I don't know if we're going to want that. So we may just drop the half slab in here, and then that'll fill in. Yeah. I don't know, we'll play with it. We have a lot of time. But I'm thinking cobble here, and then we will dig this out one more level, just so it's 3 high, and we'll put maybe some smooth stone or stone slabs, or stone blocks, excuse me, on that base level. Then the floor, we'll figure it out. It should look like a dark area. It's our basement. I grew up with a really creepy basement. So in an old house. So if we can mimic that, that'd be fun. Alrighty, let me play around, get some more cobble, get some stone. Let me cook it up, and we'll be back. So I keep running outside to my furnaces here, so I can make this stone. I think this is what we're going to use as the base for the basement wall, or the stone bricks. But I realized that I know exactly what I can use the basement for besides storage. I need a place to throw a bunch of furnaces to do a lot of crafting, maybe an anvil. So we can sort of partition this off. Maybe this first side will be storage, just because if we access it down here, that's going to be the first thing we want. And then if we're going to have furnaces and such, we can do that in the back. So I think this is how I'm going to do it. We can play with the ceiling later. But I think this is what the walls will look like. I'll go ahead and finish up. I know I'm going to need another shovel to get all the dirt out. And then I will be back when it's done. All right. I think that looks pretty good. But it's not about what I think. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Yeah, I'd be curious to know. Every time I see the red up there, I think it's the sunset through blocks. Sometimes, you know, the blocks glitch and you can see through and see the sun coming up and down on the horizon. So I always think that's what that is. So we're gonna have to finish the ceiling somehow. Maybe, yeah, that'll be another day. But just know that we're gonna play with it. The floor, there are a few options. There are many options, but there are a few that I've considered. Let's move these around. Of course, I broke my shovel and never built a new one. Slow and steady wins the race. But yeah, no, this is driving me nuts. We'll make one, I promise. So we can do something like this. I don't know how these stone slabs look. So if that's what you see, I don't think that's bad. The other idea I was going to play with was just putting smooth stone down. So let's do that in this corner. All right. So how about that? That's sort of the other option, and that's much more simple, sort of what we were going for, but I'll let you guys decide in the comments. If you wouldn't mind, just let me know which one you want for the floor or something else. If you have another suggestion, that'd be great. I guess if I were to wall this off properly, we could just leave it as dirt, but I wouldn't want the grass to grow. And just dirt, it looks all right. That's another idea. Anyways, I really have to decide how we're going to set this up. All right, so this is one of the options that I'm looking at. These back row of chests are illuminated by some torches underneath, as you can see, which is okay for now. Maybe we'll put some glowstone beneath. So does 2 look okay? Would you rather this go back, this one go back one, and then start here? We can even, I suppose, put one like this. Doesn't look terrible. And yeah, so let me know what you think. I sort of like them recessed into the wall. Although going back further may be a little complicated. We're lucky because we have the new deck up above here to cover a lot of it, so that space will be completely covered, only because these chests in the wall push back underneath and pop out. These cobble stairs up here are just underneath the deck. So it'd look pretty ugly with the cobble sticking out if we were to craft something underneath there. We're lucky because the dining room is over this one, so picking this side was key because a lot of it is covered. On this side we do have the front porch that wraps around, but it's not very deep, so we wouldn't be able to go more than just the 2 rows back. So let me know what you think. I know you have a lot to choose from for this entire episode, but that's okay. If you remember to leave it in the comments, that'd be great, and we'll address it next episode. I'm really liking just the smooth stone there, so that's probably what I'm going to end up choosing, unless you viewers can convince me otherwise. But yeah. All right, everybody. I think it's that time again. I just hung up my tool belt. We're going to call it a day. The house is looking great. I'm really excited. Thanks for all of the comments. It definitely helped with the creation of what you see here. You know, I'm at the point where I think we need to stop working on the house. I've said this before, but I mean it now. We have to stop working on the house, and we have to go play out in the forest. There are a bunch of creepers that need killing, and more importantly, I need a horse. I was so excited that they came out with horses in the game, so let's go find one. That'll be next episode. Until then, have a good day, keep mining, don't stop. I'll see you then.